know what to do. Please welcome Pricilla Presley. Head right over. Right, that one's good. That's all you got?
Thank you.
This is amazing.
Hello. Thank you so much. My goodness, I didn't expect, I thought maybe 2 or 3 people would show up, so this is very surprising. Thank you.
This is so,
Only kidding.
it's so incredible to have you. Thank you so much for doing
Well,
this.
thank you for having me. My goodness, this is really quite exciting.
Can we get more volume, please? Thank you, Joe. So just a few little fun questions for you. Hopefully we'll get to some audience questions. I know you have a busy day. You have a flight to catch. You've been in the entertainment business for decades. Is there anything that you've really done that really stands out? Any particular acting role that really kind of sticks with you?
Well, listen, Naked Gun was actually something that it wasn't really work. It was just so much fun. And Leslie Nielsen, you know, appearing with him and what we went through as far as having fun and laughing, and him teasing me, actually trying to get me to laugh when we were doing a scene. So it was actually probably one of the nicest things I've done. I've done some, you know, television and all, but that was fun.
So the chemistry between you two on the screen was so natural. Did you guys have to work at that, or did you guys just click?
We were having sex every night.
Oh.
I was exhausted.
Thank you very much and good night.
Next.
Next. Right.
Oh, he was good too. Sorry.
So, you've done a variety of different kind of style, like comedy, drama. Is there one that was easiest for you to do, or the most challenging?
You know, to be honest, Naked Gun was really, I had so much fun on that show, like I said earlier, and being with Leslie. Most of the other stuff was basically drama. So when you're having that much fun, or when you have a role that you're so close to someone, you know, studying the lines, and you get to know each other really, really well. But I think that for me was something, you know, that I still cherish. I wish he was still here. I know, he was a great friend as well.
So the film, when did you know that you were making a comedy classic with that film? While you were filming it, you said, I can't wait for this to get into the theaters?
No, I couldn't wait for it to get over, the film. Because I'm not a comedian, and I told that to Leslie. But I think after we did it, and it wasn't as difficult as I thought, because I told the director, you know, I just hope you know I'm not a comedian. And he said, no, we don't want a comedian. We would have actually had one. And I said, well, what would, you know, I don't know quite how I'm going to get through this. And he says, don't worry, you'll get through it. And once we got on, you know, and did our lines, we tried not to do it any more than one time, so that it was still funny. It would still be funny.
I just have one more question about it. How did that role even come about to you? Did you say, hey, this looks like fun, I want to audition, or someone?
Yeah, I was with William Morris Agency, and they had called me and told me that they requested that for the movie Naked Gun, and I honestly didn't. I thought maybe they made a mistake. Maybe it was somebody else they're trying to get. And I met with the director, and I told him, I said, I'm not a comedian, I don't know why you chose me. And he said, no, we don't want a comedian. We want this to be just, you know, natural. And so that was the experience. But I wondered the same thing. What am I doing in a comedy? You know, I was known more for doing drama with.
It was great.
Yeah,
you did a great job, and it was so much fun.
Thank you.
And it's still to this day, you know, generations still watch that film.
They do. I know. Yeah. It's exciting. I wish I had the money that darn it, bad movement.
Oh, sorry. So I got to ask you, very few people have people portray them in films. You had actresses portray you in other films. Not only what is that like, but do you have a certain process of how you open up to an actress to get them to portray you correctly?
Well, the biggest one was this last one, Elvis. Kaylee had, the girl who played me, was very, very nervous, obviously, and I would be too in playing someone else's character. So she came to my home, and I invited her, and we sat down, and she said, "Can you give me anything that could help me, playing you?" And of course, with Elvis. And I said, "Just be sensitive to him." And she went, "Oh, wow, I never thought about that." And I said, "No, I just need you to, in your feelings, be really sensitive with him." And so meaning Elvis. And I think she did a really good job. She was soft, and she was very understanding, and she did a good job with it. And he did too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Austin Butler did an amazing job, I think, playing him.
So when they're portraying you on film, are you there while they're doing it?
No. No, because I always try to think how I would feel if I was portraying someone real life. I think that would have made her very, very nervous if I was there and trying to coach her and, "No, you're not doing the right thing." And, I trusted her, and I thought she, in meeting her, I really felt I had a nice association with her and getting to know her. So, no, I think it would be wrong if you were there, even on the set. I would make them very, very nervous, and of course, I didn't want to do that.
When you look at the script, do you have any input if they have something in there that you don't really think?
Yeah, I did. Sofia Coppola was the director of the film, and of course, I love her movies, so I was very thankful that she called me and said that she would like to do this movie. And there are other people that had wanted to do it, and I didn't just have that confidence in them. But she was very sensitive also to wanting to do the right thing. Did I answer your question?
Sure.
Okay. I get caught up in myself. Go ahead. So it's all about me.
Yep. Yes, it is. So aside from the acting, I know you do a lot of charitable work and a lot of just so many different things. Is there anything outside of acting that really kind of gets you?
Well, yes, I'm a major animal activist. And I'm very much a part of shelter dogs and shelter animals. So whenever I get a dog, I always go to the shelter. I have 3 dogs right now, so they're so appreciative. I really, really advise if you ever want to get a dog or whatever. It's almost like they know they've been saved, before because they usually put them down if they don't get adopted. So. Yes, so that's really where my heart is.
So basically, have you always had dogs?
Pardon me?
Have you always had dogs?
Yes, always. Yeah, my first adoption was when I was 5 years old. I found a little dog, and I hid him in the closet. I hid this puppy in the closet because my father did not want any animals. So I found this puppy. I hid him in the closet, and I would sneak food. Now, he was really little, like this. By the time my father found out, he was like this. I'm kidding. Almost. My mother knew it, though. She helped me out. And my father was gone most of the time, so that was my first one. Yeah.
Was that in Germany or America?
No, that was in America, yeah.
How was the tradition living? How was the transition between living in Germany and being back in America?
Oh my goodness, that was difficult because I was just beginning to make friends at the school I was going to, and that was the 8th grade. And when my father told us that we were going to move to Germany, that was difficult because I knew that I had to lose all the friends that I had just really made. There's only one. No, I had more friends than that. But saying goodbye to them was difficult. Now, in saying that, I'm still very good friends with a couple of friends that I left at that time in going to Germany. So we still have a great rapport and check in on each other. I saw her actually in Vegas a few months ago. But and when we get together, it's like we're back in school. We talk about the same things, and still have that connection. That's good.
Do you ever go back to Germany to visit?
I have, yes. I went back to where I met Elvis, and Bad Nauheim, and I knocked on the door. I was so excited. I had my assistant with me, Vicky. Knocked on the door, and they wouldn't answer. And I knocked on the door again, and I saw someone peeping out of the drapes, and they would not answer. And it happened to me twice. I still haven't been able to get in that house. This is my house, right? I met Elvis here. But that's kind of, I don't know. I think they just don't want to, they like their privacy, and they don't want people to find out. So I get it.
All right, we got just about 8 minutes. Can we get a couple of questions on this side of the room, Elisa? Then maybe we can get like 1 or 2 over here.
I'll hold it.
Make them good. We only have about 8 minutes.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi.
One of my favorite miniseries is Elvis and Me, based on your book. How was it the process, especially, that's a lot, to entrust other people. Susan and Dale did a wonderful job. But how was it like to really just, do the book? Because I'm sure that was a lot of emotion.
It was difficult to go through my life when you're writing a book and you're actually reliving everything. And I had a lot of trust in the movie that Sophia did, and I thought she did a really nice job. I just wish that they had more time, maybe 15 more minutes, because there were still things that could have been told. When I had left, in the movie, I just walked out the door, and it was not like that when I left Elvis. We had a very, very close relationship, even after I left, very close. It was just, I couldn't live the lifestyle anymore. I lived with about 6 guys, really, and I had one friend, Joan Esposito, which was Joe Esposito's wife, and I realized that I was living really in a man's world. And I know all about you guys, let me tell you. It's not good. No, I'm only kidding. Anyway, that's it.
Okay, let's get one from here and then a couple from over here.
Hi, Priscilla. So I was wondering what it was like for you to work with Michael Landon when you did Love Is Forever.
Can you help me with that? What was that?
Do you repeat the question loud, nice and loud?
Yes, I was wondering what it was like for you to work with Michael Landon when you did Love Is Forever.
Oh, with Michael Landon? Yeah, Mike. Is there Michael Landon fans here? I better keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I think so. Good answer.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Michael was great to work with. Our role, we didn't have a whole lot together in the movie, but he was really very sweet, very nice, and knowing that this was really my first movie, he was quite helpful. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
we're going to head over this side, maybe squeeze in 2 questions.
Hi, Priscilla. I'm Karen from Buffalo, New York.
Hi there.
And thanks for being here. And I have 2 rescue dogs at home, so I wanted to share that.
Oh, nice.
My question is, if you could talk to your 25-year-old self, what words of wisdom or advice would you give that woman, whether it's career-wise, business-wise, personal?
I would say grow up. It's time. I don't think it's, life is difficult anyway, as far as we know, trying to make it and what's happening to the world and how we are with our families and blah, blah, blah. Not difficult, but we all go through all of that. I have to appreciate really everything that God has given me. Were there rough spots? Absolutely, just like with everyone else. I'm going off the question. Can you tell me what? Because I can't hardly hear you with all these.
It's like what piece of advice or words of wisdom you would give that young 25-year-old Priscilla.
Yeah. Okay. You just have to go with the flow. You have to go with the flow. You don't know what's going to go on, what's happening in the future, near future, and you just live it, and you learn from it. You learn from what you're living, and you apply it to the best that you possibly can for you. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we have time for one last question. Thank you so much for joining
Afternoon,
us.
Priscilla.
Thank you. Hi.
How
hi
you
there.
doing? Just want to thank you and for blessing us and being here. Just want to ask you, in the life that you lived from day one to now, all that you've seen and done, is there anything at all in your past that you would possibly be glad that didn't happen?
What happened in my life? What do you mean?
Is there anything at all that you can turn back time and say, hey, I wish that did not happen?
That it didn't happen?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely there is. But you have to learn to, well, first of all, whatever it is, you try to fix it. You have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to take responsibility for your actions. You cannot blame others. You have to look at yourself first. What did I do? What didn't I do? That's a lesson of my life, to be honest with you. I lived a very different life, dealt with very different people. Luckily, got along with most people. And then I have to pick out, okay, what happened here in this relationship? What did I do? That's the first thing I do. What did I do to make this wrong? What did I do to, that I could change? And I think that's been really the best lesson in my life, because I look at myself first. What did I do wrong? How did I do this? What could I have done differently? Who should I've gotten rid of? As a few of those. I think as we all grow older, we really have to take responsibility for ourselves and try to make things better for whatever it is. Be understanding. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
we have 1 minute left, and I just have a bit of a fun question for
Okay.
you. What kind of music are you listening to now? What do you enjoy?
Oh my gosh. I listen to the oldies. I really do. I go back to the oldies. I don't, yeah. Today's music, they come and go. People come and go today. I think back in the day, like with Elvis, you heard him on the radio all the time. Sometimes, and going to the shows, all the songs. I know none of the songs today, hardly at all. I just feel the music that we had back in the day, and I think a lot of us remember it because we're all about the same age, except I'm younger. So, yeah, I'm an oldies but goodies girl.
And thank you so much for doing this. This is
Thank you all.
an unbelievable
Thank you so much. Thank
Pricilla
you.
Presley!
Thank you.
Follow me. Thank you, dear. Keep it going. Thank you so much. Have safe travels.